JBN will keep you informed. I am Michelle Jones, and in the news, high-powered rifle found in St. James. Another high-powered weapon is off the streets of Montego Bay, St. James, with the seizure of an SLR rifle and a magazine containing 4 live rounds. The find was made during a police military operation conducted in the Irwin community this morning. The gun was found in a highly vegetated area. Superintendent in charge of operations for St. James, Aaron Samuels, said, "This comes as a part of a series of operations across Area 1 and St. James to disarm and arrest criminals," he shared. JDF makes major ganja seizure in Hanover. The Maritime Air and Cyber Command of the Jamaica Defense Force JDF has made a major marijuana seizure in Hanover. The JDF says service members were deployed to the Great River Bay area on Sunday to locate an interdicted vessel of interest. It says they took control of the vessel early Monday morning. According to the JDF, on board the vessel were approximately 22 knitted bags of what appeared to be marijuana. The Army says safeguarding Jamaica's maritime space is central to its work. Through our maritime operations, several illicit activities that pose a threat to our country and our citizens have been intercepted and persons detained. Man accused of stabbing 74-year-old father to death during dispute. A man is now facing murder charges after reportedly stabbing his 74-year-old father to death during an argument at their St. Mary home on Saturday. Charged is 33-year-old Omar Forth of St. Mary Street, Portmore in the parish. Reports from the Portmore police are that about 3 a.m., Omar and his father, Clovis Forth, had an argument during which Omar reportedly used a knife to inflict several wounds to his dad. The police were alerted, and upon their arrival, Clovis was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. An investigation was launched, and Omar was charged with murder on Sunday, August 6, following a caution statement. 2 persons of interest in Portmore violence surrendered to police. 2 of the 8 men named as persons of interest were questioning by the St. Catherine South Police in relation to ongoing violence in sections of Portmore have turned themselves in. Boy and Chad surrendered to cops at the Portmore police station on Monday. Head of the police division, Superintendent Upton Nicholson, said the men will be interviewed by detectives. The division had issued a request for several men to report to the Portmore Criminal Investigation Branch for questioning in connection with a series of violent incidents in the communities of Gregory Park and Bangor Gully. The incidents on the investigation include a string of crimes such as murder, shooting, and arson. In the latest incident on Sunday, August 6, a man and a woman were shot in the Watson Grove community. The man was pronounced dead upon arrival at hospital, while the woman was admitted. This incident followed a fiery attack in Gregory Park, which left several persons homeless. The police say they will intensify operations within the space to curtail illegal activities. Triple murder leaves Greendale residents shocked and shaken. Residents of Greendale driving St. Andrew are fearful that a triple murder on Sunday night could bring about dark days for their community, which has been enjoying a comfortable level of peace since 2019. The residents said that the 3 men who were murdered were not from the community, emphasizing that they did not know them. However, they alleged that when individuals said to be connected to the deceased came to the scene, things were said which convinced residents that reprisals could take place. The Constant Spring Police reported that around 11:10 p.m., residents heard explosions and summoned them. On their arrival, the men were seen on the ground with multiple gunshot wounds. They were assisted to hospital where they were pronounced dead. Cops have appealed to anyone with information that can assist them in their investigations to contact Constant Spring Police Station at 876-924-1435, the Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. The police also called for help to identify the dead men. According to the Corporate Communications Unit of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, one of the bodies is of dark complexion, slim build, about 5 feet 6 inches long, and was clad in a black t-shirt, black shorts, and a pair of black sneakers. The second body is also of a dark complexion, slim build, about 5 feet 6 inches long, and the deceased was clad in a green t-shirt, blue jeans shorts, a pair of black slippers, and sported cornrow hairstyle. The third body is of brown complexion, slim build, about 5 feet 8 inches long, and was clad in a long-sleeved white shirt, grey shorts, and a pair of blue and grey socks. The Greendale residents said they're extremely fearful, especially because a lot of children live and play in the area and could get caught in an attack. The residents also expressed worry that the stance of the police going forward could be that no parties and events will be allowed in the space. "We might not be able to keep any stage show until the next 5 years," one male resident said on Monday, expressing concern. Another male resident explained that the people in the community are timid because they do not know what will happen next. "This did not happen in an open lot. This happened at Smuddy Gate. When something like that happens, what do you think is going to follow? Reprisal is going to take place. Any game can play. The mood in the area is going to change for a long time," he said. One woman who was in her yard at the time of the shooting said she heard the guns barking loudly and rapidly and said it sounded like fireworks. "Me hear all of the explosion them. It was a lot of shot. It sounded like when you light a bunch of firecrackers. We are known the map as a bad place," she lamented, alleging that it was the first time a triple murder was taking place in the space. "More time people kill people and leave them nearby, and then fire shots to make it seem like it happened in the area. But we have never had a triple murder," the woman claimed. Based on the feedback from one female resident, the situation they are in is very uncomfortable, as no one can pinpoint where the killings possibly stemmed from. "Everybody upset because we don't know what is happening. We don't know where it's coming from. People heard the shots and had to take cover. We don't know if it was the police or what. I don't like this. We have been trying to bring back the place. It's been a long time since anything happened here, so. The last person to be shot and killed was that man with his picture on the wall. He died in 2019, she said. Further, the female resident said she and other residents fear venturing on the road as individuals turned up at the crime scene declaring, "It not done and it not go so. What we are going to do? We're afraid. When people are looking for retaliate, they're not going to look for any perpetrators who do the damage. They're going to shoot anybody them catch. I want to have no clue about nothing. When we hear the first explosion, I think it was some kind of celebration. But when we hear the continuation, I slide right off of my bed. Right now, I'm hungry, and at the same time, I feel like I'm not hungry," the woman said, expressing that she felt confused. A mother who spoke said her young son was so petrified by Sunday night's murders that he did not fall asleep until daybreak. "At 5 o'clock this morning, my son like him eyes. Him wait until him see daylight out because he was so scared. The people them can't even get for injured in childhood," she lamented Monday. Opposition condemns brutal murder and assault in Trelawney. The Opposition People's National Party says it vehemently condemns the heinous and barbaric act that took place in Cotton Tree, Albertown, Trelawney. The incident, which led to the tragic death of 15-year-old Jamelia Cole, a student at Troy High School, marks an incomprehensible act of violence that has deeply shaken the community and the country, it argued. With a heavy heart, Shadow Minister on Gender Denise Daly expressed her sincere condolences to the bereaved family and friends of young Jamelia. The heart-wrenching details of the home invasion, where young Miss Cole, her mother, and her 17-year-old cousin were brutally attacked, demonstrates a level of cruelty that is both incomprehensible and abhorrent. Such acts of violence, particularly against our young women, have no place in our society, and we must stand united against them, she emphasized. Our thoughts and prayers are with the families of the victims, and we offer deepest condolences to them during this incredibly painful time. We urge the authorities to spare no effort in swiftly bringing those responsible for this monstrous act to justice, Daly continued in a statement. Opposition spokesperson on national security, Peter Bunting, has also expressed his profound sorrow and condemnation of the heinous act. The JCF's published statistics show a clear upward trend in the number of murders occurring each month since the start of this year, culminating with 134 murders for the month of July. As Shadow Minister of National Security, I call upon members of the JCF to work tirelessly to solve the murder of Jamelia and to stem the rising tide of murders experienced over the last few months. He further called for the Commissioner of Police and the Minister of National Security to work to resolve the impasse affecting the Police Federation leadership and, by extension, the morale and cohesiveness of the entire rank and file. While we know that correlation doesn't necessarily mean causation, it is not far-fetched to consider that the non-payment of overtime and the unwarranted introduction of the democratically elected Federation chairman is demotivating the rank-and-file membership, stated Bunting. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.